Hello everyone, welcome to this short Prideway refresher course. This session will continue on with daily management, including people link boards, executive Gamba walks and the everyday quality improvement form. Let's start with people link boards. The purpose of people link boards are to communicate team, department and organisational goals to your staff and to inform and engage staff about the work happening in their areas. They allow staff to see how they contribute to the Trust's overall objectives. Remember the analogy of the NASA cleaner who said their job was to help put a man on the moon? We'll recap how people link boards differ from production boards shortly. People link boards should be visible in a staff area. Here is a template showing the key elements needed on the board. What our patients or customers say could be staff feedback from a training session, for example. Our focus. What are your team or department working towards? Does this focus link directly back to BHRUT's organisational goals? Target sheet. What data do you need to show that you're working towards or succeeding at your goals? Supporting data. Additional information linking to the target sheet. For example, if your target is to increase overall patient satisfaction for Clinic X, your supporting data could demonstrate what the patient satisfaction levels are currently. You could also include a value stream map documenting the current state. The newspaper is an action list of tasks identified to contribute to the overall focus. The newspaper would also include a RAG status so that the status of these activities are visible, thus building in that accountability. We need your ideas on. Here, staff members can have access to idea forms on what the team can do to achieve their goals. And finally, you could include an overview form for staff members to carry out small-scale improvement works that are within their control. We'll recap the overview form a little later on in this course. People link boards come in all different shapes and sizes, but the elements on the board are universal. Here is the KPO team's people link board. The focus of our board is Prideway for Leaders attendance and pass rate of the assignments. You can see in the newspaper section several activities that are in progress, and we've also included a successes area to not only celebrate the successes of the team, but also the achievements of staff who attend our training courses. On Radiotherapy's People Link board by Sandra and Paveen, we can see their focus, their very colourful target area, and their newspaper. Here on Education's People Link board, focusing on conflict resolution training, we can see feedback from the training in the bottom right, so what our patients or customers say, their supporting data relating to their targets, and their newspaper and Kaizen activities section down the bottom. And finally, here is Pharmacy's People Link board, which again looks very different from the other examples we've seen, but includes the key elements, including their current focus and targets, idea forms for the team, and even some emojis. Let's quickly go over the difference between people link boards and production boards. People link boards give us a retrospective view of our work and enable us to consider and see the link between our team or department goals and BHRUT's organisational goals. People link enables us to reflect on the views of our patients or customers and gives us an opportunity to consider data that we do not have on a day-to-day basis, such as patient reviews or staff feedback from training sessions. Production boards, on the other hand, allow us to manage and see the status and progress of work happening today using information that we have today. People link reports. What are people link reports? A weekly, fortnightly or monthly team review and update of the information on the People Link board. In the same way as a production board, you should have a set agenda for updating and discussing the People Link board. The purpose of the People Link report is to ensure staff know what their department priorities and targets are, and actively encourages the team to discuss issues and engage in improvement efforts. People Link allows staff to see and reflect on how the work they do directly links into the department goals and how these goals move the team toward BHRUT's overall organisational goals. Here is an example of a People Link report agenda. The report should be between 10 and 20 minutes long. We'll quickly recap the quality improvement form. Here is the quality improvement form, which is a clear and concise tool which staff members can use to carry out small-scale improvement works in their departments. It includes a section on the key people involved in the improvement, which Gamba is being looked at, and who will be on hand to remove any barriers preventing the improvement work from taking place. This person will be the sponsor. Section 4 of the form requires the person filling out the form to explain what issues have been observed in the process as it currently stands, and then asks what the aim of the quality improvement work will be in Section 5. Don't forget that this aim should be SMART: specific, measurable, achievement, relevant and timed. Any wastes that have been identified can be listed below this. It is important that the boundaries, which are the start and end points of the process being looked at, are clearly outlined. In Section 8, the steps of the process and its current state can be noted here, followed by the improvement idea below. Section 10 is where the key metrics will be recorded. If over time the improvement work goes through several PDSA cycles, the metrics can be recorded separately each time to compare and measure the improvement. And finally, Section 11 is where an overview of the ideas that are being implemented can be noted. The quality improvement form can be used to involve and empower staff in improvement works and eliminate waste from a process. It should be used for problems that are within the team or department's control without needing to use up a lot of resource. The quality improvement form should not be used for problems that are outside of your control to change, nor when the issue at hand needs a larger scale project or system change to tackle it. For these bigger problems, Prideway for Leaders or ALT graduates in your area should be able to direct you in how to go about or get help with getting the ball rolling on the larger scale project. For the last section of this refresher course, we'll briefly go over executive Gamba walks. Remember Go See, Ask Why, Show Respect and Visible and Committed Leadership? Executive Gamba rounds connect leadership with staff of all areas and allow the senior team at BHRUT to review how and where the Prideway is being implemented across the trust. Staff members have an opportunity to talk to the execs about any barriers that they may be facing. It is also a time to highlight and celebrate the great work being done to improve our hospitals for our patients. To summarise, the use of daily management tools enable staff to have an increased awareness and understanding of their work areas. Visual cues in the form of RAG ratings and abnormalities allow leaders to be kept in the loop regarding things going off track or when help might be needed. Daily management allows staff to clearly see what their key priorities are and how the team or department as a whole is performing. Here is a reminder of the 6 elements of daily management we touched on in the previous session. The 6 elements work together to help you know your area, run your area, and improve your area. If you're watching this video and need to complete your assignment for session 6, you will need to build your People Link board, lead or attend the People Link report as per your People Link agenda, ask a team member to take notes using the People Link audit tool, and complete the People Link form. Secondly, you'll need to coach a team member through an idea using the overview form, and then ask them to complete the coaching skills assessment based on what they heard and observed. You will also need to complete a self-assessment on your coaching skills and fill out the quality improvement reflection form. In addition, you will need to establish your executive Gamba round, PDSA the agenda and modify it as required, and collect information from the Gamba walk. And lastly, you'll need to complete the self-reflection form on the course as a whole. This is the end of the refresher course. If you have any questions, please contact your coach or email us at sm-kpo.